Hey there, my name is Helena and I'm the studio director of CozyCat Games, which is an all-female studio, and we're currently developing a cozy baking game called Madame Fifi's Bakery. You might have seen us on TikTok. We have a pretty large following on there where we've been talking about our game and kind of the idea behind it, and we've been getting a lot of the same kind of questions, so I thought I would come on YouTube and answer the most frequently asked questions that you guys are wondering about Madame Fifi's Bakery. So stay tuned for that. So first, what is the game about? What is Madame Fifi's Bakery? Glad you asked. Madame Fifi's Bakery is a cozy baking game where you play as a cat baker, Madame Fifi, who lived in the big city. And one day, unfortunately, she finds out her grandmother passes away, and so she gets to inherit her grandmother's old property, which she then turns into a bakery. Her grandmother lived in a quaint little rural town, and all of the people in that town are different types of animals, like different animal species, and they all have different preferences of different pastries that they enjoy, and they all knew the grandmother, but not necessarily Fifi herself. So you kind of have to get to know the villagers in this town and bake them pastries based on their sometimes indirect requests. Like they'll say they like something with strawberries, but they won't tell you explicitly. Tarts, cookies, cupcakes, whatever. So it kind of goes along those lines where you have to figure out what everyone likes by the dialogue, very narrative heavy, but also with the mini games of actually baking the game affects the quality of what you present to the customers. So that's kind of the main gist of it. Okay, so now what is the gameplay actually like? So following that kind of idea of it being narrative heavy, there's going to be quite a bit of the game where you have to talk to the customers and you get to interact with them in that. So that's a big portion of the game. Another thing is that it's very mini game focused. So every different pastry requires different mini games to complete, and it's not going to be like physically kind of like, you know how Cooking Mama you like cut. No, we find that to be a bit tedious and boring. It's actually going to be like mini games that you like that are enjoyable, and that how well you execute that is going to determine how nice the pastry is. But it's not like super stressful. It's pretty relaxing gameplay, and it's more about like enjoying your time there. And then at the end stage, once you've baked and completed all of the necessary steps for every pastry, you get a decorating phase where you can decorate it however much you like, and then you get to take a photo of it and give it to the customer. So some of the customers that are already confirmed to be in the game to visit your bakery are going to be 4. So we've released on TikTok already. So first off, we have Darla, who is a dear florist, and she has been admired. She used to be a model in Paris, or fictional Paris, and she's like heavily admired by everyone, all the suitors in the town, so she keeps on receiving flowers from everyone, and she got so many flowers that she decided to open up her own florist shop, and she gives out the flowers there. Then we have Timothy, who is a chipmunk carpenter, and Timothy is a sweetheart. He's super hardworking, likes to use his hands, you know, very like handyman kind of vibes, really likes nutty things. As you can tell, he's a chipmunk, and yeah, so he's a sweetheart. We love him. And then we have Darla, who is a gardener rabbit. Darla is a very feisty personality. She's never been to the big city before, so she always quizzes Fifi on like, what's it like there? Like, oh, are there flying cars? Like, she has no idea. She's just been isolated in the small town forever, so she's a cutie pie. And then lastly, we have Malay. Malay is a rock star hedgehog. He's like super like big personality, but really small guy. But he's got like those spikes, you know what I mean? He's Hawaiian, so he loves Hawaiian treats and like Hawaiian like fruity stuff. And he is like so chill, laid back, but very passionate at the same time. Chill, but like passionate. So all of these characters bring a different flavor to the bakery, and I really think that you guys are going to really enjoy getting to know them while you play the game. So now, what stage of development are we currently in? We have a prototype ready. We have a demo actually on Wednesday. If you are based in Montreal, look in the link in the descriptions for tickets to come and play test the game in person. We're going to be having a play test at Dawson College, where we're going to be having a booth and having everyone's feedback about the game. We have a demo available, and that's the same demo that we're going to be showing next month when we have our Kickstarter campaign, so people can try out the gameplay for themselves before they back the game if they are interested in doing so. Now, for which platforms we're going to be releasing on, this is the question that I think I get under every single TikTok. Everyone wants it on mobile, and it makes sense because TikTok, you're on your phone already. But as for confirmed, we have a Steam page up, which is, you can wishlist in the description. So Windows, PC, and then Mac. But as for other platforms, they're going to be stretch goals for our Kickstarter. So essentially, based on how much support we get and how much interest there is in the game, we're going to be releasing first to the Nintendo Switch and then after that to mobile, because configuring the game to be a mobile game requires a completely different design structure than just on the computers. It's a touch screen instead of that, and the monetization would be different. So we're just kind of we're looking at that. But for sure, computers, and then stretch goal is Nintendo Switch, and then stretch goal of the stretch goal is mobile. So I've mentioned the Kickstarter a few times now, and the Kickstarter is coming up real soon. On July 15th until August 15th, we're going to have a month-long Kickstarter where you can pledge early to the game and get early access, get little behind-the-scenes goodies, or depending on if you want to be a beta tester as well, there's the option to pledge that. And we'll have all the way up to if you want to design a character with us, with the developers for the game, or design a pastry. Those are going to be tiers that are down there as well. So Kickstarter is basically, if you don't know, a crowdfunding platform where everyone contributes to creative projects that they are made by small teams usually, that they think have potential to flourish, and then they work closely with the developers in the coming stages and are getting a little bit of that patronage vibe where they get updates, behind the scenes stuff, knowledge that other people, the general public, doesn't know about the game. So we're going to be having that really soon, and we've been working really hard to make some great goodies for you guys. And lastly, I think some of you guys are wondering, who are we? Who is CozyCat Games? As I said, we're an all-female studio, and I am so proud to say that. I'm Helena, I'm the studio director, and I'm also marketer, producer. So basically I handle the overall project management and making all the content for social media, email, newsletters, keeping up. When you guys are emailing our email, you're talking to me. And then we have Kat, who is the creative art director, who makes most of the art that you guys have been seeing, all of the promotional stuff. She is very, very talented at what she does. She has a history in the past of working on many different types of online projects, and we met the story is crazy how we met. I saw her poster in somewhere that was very similar to the concept of our game, and then so I found her contact through a school's website, and I emailed her. It was very interesting the way we met, but it worked out all great, and she's working with us for making the art. And then we have Shin, who is the design director, who makes all the concepts for the game, how the game actually works, all of these basically the game. She made the idea for the game with the branching dialogues and everything, and the ideas for the customers and the points and everything. All of that is Shin. So she's kind of giving us the framework, and then we work around that. And then we have Marie, who is our technical director, who is the programmer, genius, whiz of it all, and she is so efficient, super great at her job, so determined to make this game for you guys. And all of us are so excited to work on the game because we see how much love we have from it and how everyone is so excited for it. So all of us, it's so possible to, it feels so much more possible to work and have that kind of a team environment of working hard as we see how much interest there is in the game. So that's something that Marie actually especially says a lot, that she loves working on the game because she sees your guys' comments and everything, and she works very, very hard on the programming, and it's amazing. You guys are going to see with the demo soon enough. So that's our team, all women, all female, and all game developers nonetheless. So yes. So that's all the questions that I could think of right now that I saw most frequently on the TikTok comments. Please let me know in the comments if you have any more. I will be very happy to answer them for you. And also, don't forget, please wishlist Madame Fifi's Bakery on both Kickstarter, which is coming up next month, and then Steam, which is we're going to be hosting the demo for you guys, so you guys can check that out on both those two platforms. Also, if you want to know even more behind the scenes updates, I recommend going on our website, which is linked in the description, and then subscribing to our email newsletters. And I try to send one every week kind of thing, explaining the big things that happen that week and the events that are coming up, because we're taking part in a lot of these events that are happening locally in Montreal especially. So if you're Canadian, check that out as well. So I'm so happy that you watched until the end of the video. Please let me know again if you have any questions or just comments, suggestions, pastries to be added in the game, or customers that you would love to see, and I'll read them all like I always do. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.